Oh, Catamount. My name is Alexander Hoffman, and this is Chats with Cats presented by WeTV. In this series, we've been interviewing some of our amazing student athletes here at Western Carolina University. Today's guest is Taj Hunter of our women's basketball team. How are you, Taj?
I'm great, and you?
I'm doing well. So we'll go ahead and jump into this. Go ahead and please introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do on the basketball team.
I'm Taj Hunter. I'm here to major in early education, and I am a guard on the WC women's basketball team.
Thank you. So if you don't mind, could you share a memorable moment from your first season so far at Western?
A memorable moment for me would probably be when we played here and we played Campbell, and we came together as a team and we won the game. And it was just memorable for me because they hadn't beat them last year, and it was just like we had to come out and beat them this year.
Yeah, I think that turnaround right out the gate kind of showed us how different of a women's basketball program we were going to see, and it's been a lot more successful than in about 10 years, so it's been great to see that. How do you stay motivated, though, during the long basketball seasons? Because it does range from early November all the way to, like, mid-March.
I stay motivated because my teammates, we have such a great bond, and I feel like when we come in together, it's just like we're all happy and we're all happy to be there. So it's just like a great moment. And I also stay motivated by the support system I have outside of like school, and I have a great support system by my family and my friends.
And that family feel is also something that we hone in on in every interview, all the way from our very first semester last spring, starting the series. So I did kind of want to hear your take on that family feel within the team, especially because you are coming in into your first year at Western.
Yeah, I love it here. It's a great family feel. Beyond like my teammates, the coaches, they're great too. Coach Seb made me feel welcome, even though like it was a new coaching staff. He definitely made me feel welcome on my first visit here.
And I think that's something that's kind of translated again into that success is how immediately one of the focuses was on connection within the team.
Yeah.
And so that's been really great to see. But we are going to kind of change gears and move away from the athletic side to the student side, because these interviews are a lot more than just you as a student athlete. It's also you as a student and a person. So you did already mention your major, but what are you studying and what made you choose that major?
I'm studying early education, and I chose that major because I just really love kids. Like, I think I have the patience to deal with kids, and I've always grown up to be like the baby person of the family. So I think like me being like a pre-K through like fifth grade teacher would be great for me because I really love kids.
Lots of teachers needed for our education system. But how do you manage your time between academics and athletics, again, especially with such a long season?
I manage my time mainly because it's a lot of help around here. It's like you can never get behind around here. It's a lot of help due to my advisor, Haley, my coaching staff, my position coach, my academic coach. Like, they stay on you, and I also stay organized due to like I have a calendar, and it just helps me stay organized and keeps me on track and when due dates are for school and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think a lot of those tools like those like calendars and to-do lists end up being very helpful. And also, again, Haley Mitchell has been shouted out by so many of our student athletes because of how instrumental she has been. So big shout out Haley Mitchell, as always. But as a student athlete, not only is there a lot to consider physically and that time management aspect, but there's also definitely a huge like mental health aspect. So I did want to briefly dive into that, hear your thoughts on mental health as a student athlete.
Mental health, well, I'm gonna say mental health here is really great because like we don't like practice and stuff. We don't always just focus like on the basketball side, like, and he might just ask us questions about like how our day is going. And like what's the, like, if we do have a problem, like he'll try to talk to us about the problem, or not even just him, like anybody around. Like my teammates, they're really great at like figuring out a problem and like figuring out what's the next step and like what we should do for the problem. Like the mental health here is like really, really great. Like I could say like and like we could use like one of the past WC women's basketball players here, Kai. She's like the mental health person. Like if you need somebody to talk to, you can always go to her. So like that's a big advantage.
Yeah, I think that especially with how many returners our team has, that kind of like feeds into that, having that support system. But time and time again, a lot of our athletes have been mentioning the coaching and how important having a supportive coaching staff is. But how overall this semester, or this season, I should say, has being student athlete shaped your college experience so far?
It shaped it a lot. I really love it. Coming from being a student athlete in high school is so much different. And it's just like, it's here at WCU, like, I have friends like outside of basketball, but being an athlete here is like really good, because like my first friends were my teammates, and I really love like the bond that we have, and it was just the best thing that I could do, which was coming here.
Yeah, I think that those a little bit smaller team sizes that we might have at Western, and overall the smaller school, contributes to that like connection as well, because I've also noticed there's a lot of connection between different athletics programs, and at other schools you don't really see all the different teams hanging out with each other, but here you kind of see a lot of interconnection. So that is really cool. But we are going to move into our lightning round, so just 4 short little questions with some short little answers. So what has been your favorite class at Western so far?
My favorite class, which is this semester, is my health and injury prevention class. And I like it because it just teaches about like what I should do, like if I was to go into coaching, like what I should do, like if certain things happen and if certain injuries happen. So I really love that class.
What is your, or if you have one, a pregame ritual or superstition?
Pregame ritual would probably be listening to my playlist. And a superstition I have is probably doing my edges before every game, because if my edges aren't done, then I just don't feel like the game is going to go good.
There you go. What is your favorite sport to watch and favorite non-WCU team?
My favorite sport to watch, probably NBA. And my favorite team, the Memphis Grizzlies or the LA Clippers.
There we go. Shout out Grizzlies and Clippers. And then what is your favorite post-game meal?
Favorite post-game meal is definitely spaghetti.
Spaghetti, there we go. I think we've actually had that a few times as the answer. So that is going to kind of lead to our last question to tie everything together. What is the best advice you've received as a student athlete, and what advice would you give to incoming student athletes?
The best advice I received for student athlete, or as a student athlete, would definitely be keep going. Like, I was always told, like, you live to see another day, and like stuff may not go the way you want it to go that day, but you see but like the next day that things will go the way you want it, and you just keep going. And things I would get, like advice I would give to a student athlete coming in, advice I would say is like get out, go find friends, like go do certain stuff around, because there's a lot of stuff to do around. So go find friends, go do stuff around, go on hikes. Treat this like the best college experience you ever had.
Yeah, and I think that that's a good point to make, that there is a lot to do around with the hiking and all of that you wouldn't see at like the city schools kind of stuff. But that does kind of close us out for this interview. Thank you again, Taj, for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. We'll see you next time, and go Cats.